Hello, I'm Clive Venner, a business strategist, and I help people ensure they have a clear roadmap to success. Forward planning is something that's absolutely vital if you want your business to run with the strength, enthusiasm, and purpose of what you want to achieve. Without a plan, businesses risk stagnation, missed opportunities, and find themselves facing unexpected challenges. With a plan, businesses stay agile, focused, and they're more resilient. Now, from time to time, I hear people say, I don't need a plan. I'm doing okay. And that's absolutely fine. If you're happy with okay, then continue having okay. If you have a wish to achieve special things for you and special things for your customers, then your business deserves a plan. Having that clear plan is what allows you to achieve the things that you want to achieve, and to do it with far less stress. So what sort of things would you cover in this plan? Well, you might be looking to expand the business. Expanding the business might mean getting more staff. It could mean changing premises. There are many, many things involved in expanding a business, and if we don't plan for them, chances are they'll jump up at us from left field, and rather than support us in moving forward, they'll frighten us. And very often that fright is enough to stop us from going after whatever it was we started to do. You might be looking to manage your financial resources more efficiently and more effectively. You might be looking to mitigate risk, or you might be looking to adapt proactively to changes within your marketplace. Or you might simply be looking for that clear roadmap to success. The first thing you want to be aware of as you begin to make plans is, what is your goal? Now, you might not have formulated that as a goal, but you might have a dream. Start there. What's the dream? And from that dream, let's turn that into a goal. And having arrived at that goal, now we can start our planning. Because if we know what it is that we want to achieve, we can work backwards, as it were, to discover what we need to do to achieve that goal. As we work through the process of planning, we'll identify risk, because we'll be doing a SWOT analysis. We'll be looking at the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats. And when you take all of that into account, it then becomes relatively easy to identify the areas that might cause issues so that we can mitigate the risk of those potential problems, and we can look to the opportunities. And when we're in business and we talk about goals, it's important to realise that the goals that you want to look at are as much personal as they are business orientated. Because if your business goals are at odds with your personal goals, there's every chance you're not going to be a happy camper. So as you look at this, look to what purpose your business serves in your life. It's about what your business can give you. What will it deliver for you? Because many people are allowing their business to work them rather than having themselves work the business. Good forward planning lets you stay in command of the business and ensure that the business delivers for you what it should deliver. And as you go about identifying these goals, use the SMART principles to ensure that you give yourself the best opportunity of achieving those goals. SMART is an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Using those key criteria to identify your goals gives you the best chance of achieving the things that you want. Once you have those goals really clear, it then becomes a matter of identifying what activities are necessary to achieve those goals. When do they need to be undertaken? By whom do they need to be undertaken? How are they to be performed? Because once we've set the goal, it's important to focus on the activity. the activity is the only thing we can control, not the result. Therefore, we have to put in place the right activity and ensure that that activity is carried out to give us a chance of gaining the result. And of course, when we undertake the right activity, then the result is assured. So this goal might be a goal for long-term achievement. If it is, it can become overwhelming. So it's important to break that down and create a plan that allows you to see that, okay, we need to do this quarter. And of course, a quarter can be rather large and possibly daunting for some people. So therefore, it's important to break that down further. What do we need to do this month? What do we need to do this week? What do we need to do today? When you break down the goals like that and the activity that's required, the activity that was required is not some huge frightening thing. It's just what we need to do today. Undertake the activity today, and surprise, surprise, you'll generally achieve whatever the outcome is. So it's all about the activity, not the outcome. The activity delivers the outcome. Make sure you undertake the activity. How do we know what that is? We have a plan. It's important to be very thorough in your SWOT analysis, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We want to be exceptionally clear what the market is telling us now. What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? What are the opportunities? What are the threats? Because we live in an ever-changing world, those things can change. And it's important to stay aware and alert so that you can see any opportunity that's coming, any threat that's coming. There might be a new player in your field. It's important to be aware of what that competitor is bringing to the market. Very often a new competitor is seen as a threat, where in fact it could be a tremendous opportunity. So creating the appropriate plan and being aware of changes in the marketplace means that you are best placed to deal with these changes. And let's face it, many of these changes will be unexpected. They'll turn up from left field. But if we've prepared our plan correctly, they won't knock us off course. As always with planning, it's important that this be documented. Plans in a person's head usually don't stay fixed. They change. Sometimes they're not as strong as they might be. Other times they're strong in a particular area. They waft and wave. If it's written down, it's clear what we decided when we set out on this path. And what you decided when you set out on this path, if your plan was done correctly, is what you should be aiming for, rather than the possibility of having your mind allow you to shift this way or shift that way, just because the weather was different perhaps. Planning is important. Document it. If you don't have a business plan, get a business plan and make sure that your forward planning is encompassed within that. If you already have a business plan and you're making another forward plan, put it into the business plan. You want to be certain, of course, that the business plan is not at odds with this new plan. If it is, we want a complete overhaul. Make sure that there is no conflict within your planning. Forward planning is essential for business success. It allows you to navigate uncertainties, seize opportunities, and of course it's that roadmap for sustainable growth. So what are the key things that we're looking for in this plan? Set clear goals. Ensure that they are SMART objectives. Establish a strategic path with milestones. We need to be able to measure what we're doing to make sure that we're on track to achieve the ultimate objectives. Continuously assess the environment. Be aware of what's changing. Stay in front of the game. and be sure that this plan is documented. It's important to be able to refer to it as you go along. From time to time, life will give you a little surprise, put you back on your backside. That's the time to go to your business plan. Why am I doing this? Here it is in my business plan. Be sure that the plan is clear. If you need assistance with your forward planning or any business strategy, book a discovery call with me today.